Hello friends, welcome to Abhi Tutorials. In this lesson, we will see about regular expressions in Python. Regular expressions can also be called as regex or RE. Regular expressions are a set of characters that can be used to match or find whether a pattern exists in a string. In Python, we have a built-in package named RE which can be used to work with regular expressions. To use the package, we just need to import the same into our program. Even though there are several functions within the RE package, we will see three important functions within the RE package, namely the search, find all and sub. The syntax for the functions are as given here. The search function takes two arguments, namely the pattern and the text, and it will return the first matching pattern within the text. Similarly, the find all function also will take the same parameters, pattern and text, and will return a list of matches corresponding to the pattern. Finally, the sub function will perform a substitution on the matched pattern based on the given syntax. In regular expression, there are certain special characters which can be used to identify patterns. A list of such special characters are as given here. For example, the character \d indicates a digit or a number to be matched. \D indicates a non-digit character such as an alphabet or a symbol to be matched. The \w matches a word character such as an alphabet, number and the underscore symbol. Let's now see an example of how it works in program. Open VS Code and create a new Jupyter Notebook file named ex1.ipynb. Import the RE package by using the import RE command and run it by pressing the green run button. Create a new variable named text and assign it some value as highlighted here, and run the cell content by clicking the green run button or by pressing the Ctrl+ enter button. Now let's create a new pattern using a variable named pattern1, and let's assign it the character \d which is used to identify a digit. Now let's use the search function of the RE package and pass the pattern and the text to be searched upon. Run the program and you will get a response which will give you the first matching request in the form of the match object, which will also show you the location where it has identified the pattern within the span. Here the first numeric digit is identified in the 8th position of the text till the 9th position as within the span as given in the output. If we need to find out the text that has been matched, then we have to use the group function following the search function as displayed here. Running the program will give you the number 1, which was the first numeric digit to be matched from the text. Suppose if we need to find all the matching pattern values, we will have to use the find all function. The syntax is same as the search function where we have to input the pattern and text as parameters. When we search using the find all function, we will get all the characters that match the pattern and the output will be in a list format as displayed here. Let's now see two additional special characters in regex, which are the asterisk and the plus. The asterisk is used to identify 0 or more of the preceding characters. The plus symbol is used to identify one or more of the preceding characters. Let's see an example. In the example given here, we have added a plus in addition to the \d character. So what happens here is that the pattern will match a text if the text contains a digit as well as one or more digits following it till it encounters a non-matching character. Let's now pass the pattern2 to the find all function and run the same. As expected, the pattern and the function find all has identified a list of values from the text that are digits. Let's create a new file ex2.ipynb and import the RE package again and run it. Let's create the text variable once again. Let's create another variable named pattern3 and assign it the value \w. Use the find all function to search for all word characters. The result will be a list of all the word characters. Let's now add a plus to the pattern. Adding plus will give you a grouping of characters which follows the preceding pattern, which in this case is a \w. Let's create another variable named pattern4 and assign the value I to it. Let's try to find the pattern in the text. The function find all will return all characters I in the text, which is an exact match of the pattern we have given. Let's now add a \w plus before I and a \w after the I. Run the cell content. This will give you all the words that contain I as given here. As you may have noted here, this does not bring you the words that ends with the character I. This is because we have used the plus character which expect one or more of the preceding characters. If you need the words that end with I as well, then use the asterisk instead of a plus as given here. The next special character we are going to see is the dot character, which matches all characters except a new line character. Here in this example, we have a variable named pattern which has 3 dots as given here. Running this pattern with find all will give you a list of 3 character words. Similarly, if we add 5 dots to the pattern, we will get a list of 5 character words. Here in this example, we have a variable pattern 6 with the characters dot and asterisk. Run the pattern against the text and we will get the entire line of text as a list. Instead of typing the characters multiple number of times, we can use the curly braces to indicate the number of times we require the preceding pattern. If we need a 7 character strings from a text, then instead of typing dot 7 times, we can use the curly braces with 7 following the dot. Run it against the text and you will get a list of 7 character strings as given here. Similarly, if you require 4 character digits, then use a curly brace 4 following a \d. Add it to the findAll function and running the same will display all the 4 character digits from the text. The next special character are the square brackets and the pipe symbol, which are used to indicate a set of characters and the OR operation respectively. Let's create a new text as displayed here and assign it to the variable text2. Let's also create a new pattern 9 with a square bracket. The square bracket should enclose the characters L1 and B, which becomes a set. To the end of the pattern, we will add a \w and a plus. Add the pattern and the text to the findAll function and run the same. This will give you a list of string that starts with either L or 1 or B. We can also use the hyphen within the square brackets to indicate a range of characters. For example, A-Z, which can be used to identify a set of capital alphabets from A to Z. We can also use small a-small z to denote small alphabet and 0 to 9 to indicate numeric digits. Run the same within the findAll function and it will give you the list of characters that are either small or capital alphabets or numbers. All other characters such as dots, commas and spaces are ignored as they are not included in the list. Using the patterns we have learned so far, let's try to extract an email address or an URL from a text. The pattern we use to extract an email is as given here, which is the \w followed by a plus, which will get one or more of that word character, followed by an @ symbol, followed by \w and plus, which is used to extract the domain name, followed by a .\w plus, which will be extracting a .com or .org, etc. Once run it will give you the email address extracted to a list. But if we need to extract the URLs as well, then we will have to add the pipe special character as displayed here, which will act as the OR operator, followed by the characters that can be used to extract the email address. When run, the pattern will give you the email address along with the list of URLs. If we need to extract the phone numbers as well, then we need to add an additional pipe symbol and add the pattern to extract the phone number. Please note that the phone number to be extracted should fall within our pattern. Else we will have to add a new pattern or we should edit our phone number pattern to accommodate the different phone number format. Run the program and you will get a list of phone numbers, email address and URLs in a list. There are also other special characters. To learn more about the RE package and the special characters that can be used, please refer the Python docs as given here. Finally, we are going to see the sub function and how it is going to be used. The sub bar, the substitute acts similar to the find and replace functionality in a regular notepad. This function takes the following parameters. First, the pattern. The second parameter will be the text that should be replacement when the specific pattern is found. The third parameter is the source text, and finally we can pass the count of replacements to be made. As usual, we will import RE, then we will add the source text as given. We will add the pattern to capture the mobile number for the above text. After the pattern, we will create a variable named replacement text and assign it some values as given here. Finally, we add the sub function which will take the pattern, replacement text and the source text followed by the replacement count as 0, which indicates that we can do any number of replacements. Run the program and you will be able to see the replacement done to the phone number as highlighted. Thanks for watching this video and stay tuned for more videos.